I'm here with Emma Schrombach this morning to talk about a sign that her group, Young Americans for Freedom, put up in front of the Student Union. In about 24 hours, the sign was taken down. But we'll hear about it from Emma. So tell me about your organization, Young Americans for Freedom. You abbreviate it YAF, correct?
Yeah. So Young Americans for Freedom is a national organization that focuses on political education, and they're nonpartisan. But we are a local chapter, and we just started it because we saw a lack on campus of a nonpartisan perspective where all viewpoints were accepted in open discussion meetings for political clubs.
Well, let's get to what actually happened. So can you go through the time frame with me? When did you put up the signs? When did you notice they've been taken down?
So Monday, earlier in October,
Yeah.
we have our meetings on Monday nights in the student union, and we had designed and created 21 tombstones for our display the weekend prior. Take about 4 or 5 hours to get all of those tombstones cut out and painted, and then on Monday it took us about an hour to construct it. Probably we wrapped up around 7:30, and we went inside for our meeting. When we left from our meeting, they were still up. But when one of my executive board members went to her 8 a.m. the next day, she didn't see them. So we didn't know who had taken them, and they really disappeared in like less than 12 hours.
And can you tell me about what the sign said?
Yeah, so the signs are based off of a statistic from the Little Black Book of Communism. Our club promotes free market ideas, but we are open to all perspectives. So the theme for our month was capitalism versus socialism, so that's what our open debates were centered around. We had experts from both sides come into our meetings, and this kind of just spurred the conversation where some of our students had said they were more pro-capitalist, pro-free market in classrooms and had had a little bit of backlash from that from professors or having it reflected in their grades. So we decided that was kind of a violation of free speech, so we figured, hey, what better way to like exercise our rights of speech than to put up a display that states our stance on the issue of capitalism versus socialism. Each tombstone was marked with a country with a number of deaths that were due to communism, and we chose to do that because the statistics are less prominent for socialist ideas, and we did hear from an expert that socialism kind of is the first logical step in the movement towards communism.
And did you all rent out the space in front of the student union, the grass? Did you reserve it?
Yeah, so the 9/11 display that we had done back in September, we had...
the little flags.
Yeah, so we were the ones that did that display as well in the same
Okay.
exact location. We put 3,000 flags up for 9/11.
Mhm.
And when we had tried to speak to the reservations office about that, we waited, or we emailed them every 24 hours for like a couple of days and didn't ever hear back. So we went ahead and just put it up because there had been a precedent set where it had been up kind of every year. Other organizations had been doing it, so we figured there wouldn't be a problem. And there wasn't. We actually had like some staff come up to us and like, hey, thanks for doing this. We're glad you guys did this. We know that the grounds didn't take it up to mow the lawn or anything. We know that any of the offices didn't officially remove them. Some of our members are concerned that maybe they were just cleaning up, like one single staff member was just cleaning up and it wasn't like an official school move. But I'm more convinced it was probably a hostile student, because when we were putting it up, people were coming up to us and asking questions and being a little bit concerned about the statistics, and so we just kind of assumed that probably it was a student that did that.